You know anything about is it MoU that was signed with AfriForum for safety or for what was happening there?
No, that MoU, like, the DA is that political party that is very arrogant, more especially to servicing black communities.
1,000 votes, and Overking is leading that poll with 47. So Dr. Moya, Dr. Abamutu is at 12 and Dr. Moya 20, and people who want Brink to return, you see they're sitting at 22%. Insourcing. How far is insourcing? Is it possible? You know you're not committing, but in realistic terms, but then Gwenamolot, there's always been a backbencher. Otherwise, so they never took him serious. Never took him serious. No, but that's true. That's true. The man joined council during that time of 2016. The man is a clown. You know my brother. I'm so Lamara.
No, the man is a clown. In politics, reality in politics. So WhatsApp group, we woke up one day, they removed us.
We saw the screenshots.
So they removed us, but then we never felt any pain. For my MMC of finance.
Tshepiso Modiba wapeli, is that correct?
Yeah, it's Tshepiso Modiba deployed in Accusation by Action SA.
Please tell the audience who are you and where you're from.
Okay, my name is Councillor Tshepiso Modiba, Action SA Tshwane, Caucus Spokesperson, deployed in the area of Accusation in terms of service delivery and so on.
I was in Peli, and on the ground they say they don't feel DA, and you guys are coalition partners of DA. They say they don't feel DA. I've posted it here. They don't feel them. They see this thing of working in white communities, reading it as suburbs instead of the townships. And I asked various people, it was even in council, is there merit to this accusation that says the DA government only services the white areas?
No, that's very true. That's very true. The DA is that political party that is very arrogant, more especially to servicing black communities. They've been pushing a narrative. Remember, before they were in government in Gauteng, more especially in the metros, they've been pushing a narrative that the city of Cape Town is where the DA-led government is working. But then, reality of the matter, if you can go to Cape Town now, the townships, they are not serviced. So the DA is a party that they are pushing propaganda to try and look good in the public. And obviously they are using their media friends. I mean, most of their funders, they are owning media houses. So it's very easy for them to push a certain narrative that where the DA governs, they are governing better. But the reality of the matter, we have seen it in the city of Tshwane, that they are servicing their affluent areas of Pretoria East, Centurion. Reality of the matter is that the townships, they've been suffering under this DA government for almost 7 years.
For those who could not listen to my interview with your chairperson from the province, Ntate Ngobeni, he explained at length how you guys were betrayed by the DA and how you took a decision to say we are removing them, with or without. I bet you listened to it because I shared it with you. I want you to put it into perspective for people to understand what broke this relationship, because I mean he spoke about amongst other things that you guys were called DA light. People have almost associated with DA, and I'm one of those people who had said so. And I just want you to explain that kind of relationship and where did it break.
No, if you can remember, before the general elections, were in a so-called moonshot pact with the DA, and then we were clear from that moonshot pact. But then immediately after elections, the very same DA did not even try to bother and try call us as part of the moonshot pact that okay guys, we're working on this moonshot pact, but then it did not work through elections outcome. They just went straight and then negotiated their deal with the African National Congress. They did not even try and engage our leadership. They went and worked for what is best for their political party, of which is not wrong. And then immediately after the GNU was formed, the very same DA, they went and tried to negotiate a deal with the ANC in this province of Gauteng to try and oust Action SA from power in the city of Tshwane. And then we were approached by the ANC that, okay, they've approached us and then they want to remove you, in fact, from the city of Tshwane. So as Action SA, we felt betrayed. We felt betrayed, and then we as a political party, independent political party, because we don't owe the DA anything, we moved swiftly. We moved swiftly to try and negotiate a deal with the ANC, because reality of the matter is that we are not contesting elections just to decorate. We want to service our people. And then for us to service our people, it means that we must be close to power. We must be close to power. So that's how it went. And then also, our relationship with the DA, reality is that when we have conducted a postmortem after the elections, we have realized that we have lost many votes because we were perceived as the DA light. And then if you can remember, even last year through pushing the issue of insourcing, you have seen that security guards were not happy with our marriage with the DA.
True.
So that's how it went. And then we'd like to assure the residents of Tshwane, including the security guards, that as a political party, obviously we have made mistakes, and then through our mistakes we have managed to realize that indeed we need to cut the umbilical cord and the marriage with the DA, because it did not work for us. It really did not work for us.
So is that that last part of your deposit, are you acknowledging the error of judgment, and you're acknowledging the fault on your part when the security guards that needed insourcing and the cleaners who were telling you that Action SA, we trusted you, you came to us, you spoke to us, we told you that this relationship with DA, who do not want us, is going to damage us? Are you admitting that you made a mistake there by associating yourself with DA?
No, look, as a political party, as I've already alluded, that we are acknowledging the mistakes that we have made as a party, in the past. Remember, in 2021, unlike other metros and municipalities, but then specifically in the city of Tshwane, we are contesting to remove the DA. But then it happened that as a party, we were able to work with them, of which it really damaged us as a party. It really damaged us. So we are admitting that we've made mistakes in the past, and then we are really trying to rectify those mistakes as a political party moving forward.
No, I understand, and I hope you guys salvage your dignity back and all the strength. We'll talk about that insourcing later. So, in a way, that is what the backstepping has always been about. The fact that you had a pact, and in other words, you missed out on GNU because you were waiting for the pact that you had. Honey, those guys went and spoke with Ramaphosa. Was there an attempt from the African National Congress to lure Mtate Mashaba, as it were, and Action SA into GNU?
No, obviously, as you can remember, that the African National Congress invited all political parties to form part of the GNU. However, as Action SA, our strategic position is that we wanted to be an effective opposition of this GNU. Hence, if you can look in the Gauteng province, we are chairing SCOPA. So ours is to ensure that we become an effective opposition beside the issue of Tshwane. But then even in the city of Joburg, we are doing oversight in terms of the speaker and some Section 79 chairperson.
Okay. So, as it were, do you regret missing out on good participation? Because parties went to Ramaphosa and they are chowing, they are enjoying themselves. They now have 100 days in office, Bavaka, the blue lights all over. And Gaten Mackenzie is very happy. Are you regretful as an organization? Is it because let me tell you what we feel as independent people watching from outside. We feel this GNU is a good opportunity to show your policies, to show people what is it that you can do. Wabana Gaten is using this opportunity with everything that he has. The Democratic Alliance, they are not happy with ANC, but they joined that. They went to the table and they are eating in that table and they are showcasing whatever they want. And again, what they are trying to make sure is by the time 2029 comes, they would have administrators in government who are ready, they know what they are doing. You understand? And I just feel like you guys have missed the train. Is that your feeling as well? Or you still want to remain opposition?
No, reality of them, as I've alluded, that our strategic position as a party, we wanted, because we saw many parties joining the GNU, but then ours was to try and be different in terms of being an effective opposition to ensure that this so-called GNU is being held accountable. I've mentioned that in Gauteng province, we are chairing SCOPA. So we want to ensure that in terms of the finances of the province, those who are in charge, they are being held accountable. So it's not a matter of us regretting or what, but then we want to try and be an effective opposition in this so-called GNU. That's our position. I don't know, maybe if the leadership of the party might decide to have a change of heart moving forward. But then at the current moment, we just want to be an effective opposition. I've mentioned that in the city of Johannesburg, already we are holding the executive accountable in terms of holding legislature positions.
So, Funzungobeni, when I spoke to him, he said it was a political error from Action SA, I mean, to pronounce on their rejection of working with ANC, because the enemy that was closer, they had that and they ran. They capitalized on that because they knew they're gonna short circuit and went, and it's like one of the and the funniest thing is the DA who keeps telling about people about honor and what they ran exactly to the same people that we said is our enemy and go and want to check you out. But I understand you want to take a party line on this matter. You don't want to talk. Let's talk about Tshwane. So you spoke about how in the Western Cape, where they rule, people would say govern, where they rule, the pleasures are only in that metro, what Cape Town, and those towns. But where our African people live, it's a huge struggle. And you said, because it's consistent with what is happening in Tshwane. Brink has said the people who want to take over the city are drunkards and thugs. And there was a huge council and people demanding of him to withdraw that. He has never done that. At the time, Action SA, you were still in bed with him. Were there attempts with your caucus, were there attempts to solicit response from him to say, Mfethu, you are killing our townships if you do not apologize or if you do not want to make a statement on this? Was there attempt in council?
No, during that process, we were still busy with our review process. Remember when the ANC had to withdraw that first motion of no confidence, but we held discussions with the ANC. It was actually agreed between the two parties, us and the ANC, that they need to afford us time to conclude our review process. In the meantime, they need to put a hold on that motion of no confidence. So to answer you, our relationship with the DA that time was not really good.
Yeah.
To be honest, was not really good, because we informed them that as a party we want to undergo a review process in terms of the coalition government in Tshwane, and of which they felt betrayed. Maybe they felt betrayed. But
please, just for the audience, explain what that review process entailed, and in better words, what do you mean this consultative process? Just explain to them at that stage, what were you doing and what does it mean?
No, in terms of the review process, we have consulted our structures in Gauteng, the PEC, the Tshwane region, as well as the Caucus. We've also, that framework was consulting structures first, and then consulting the residents in terms of polling, and then also, it was those two. It was part of the framework of our review process, of which after we've concluded the review process, it has informed us as a political party that indeed this marriage between Action SA and DA, it really needs to end. So that was a part of our review process.
They said you guys were not genuine, you were not negotiating. Even negotiating is a bad word. You were not doing things on good faith, because you just went to the media and started speaking to people. you divorce people without telling them, and and that's what Brink started using words like BS, referring to Mashaba and action. Yeah, I mean, so from calling people of his opposition that they are thugs and drunkards, and then he called you at the time you were still with him that it's bullshit. What did you feel?
No, we're expecting that. We're expecting that because Brink and DA, they're behaving as if they were born with a mayoral chain. And they think, they think it should be them, always them leading. Is their way or no, the highway. So we're expecting that for Brink to behave like a spoiled brat. And then indeed he behaved like a spoiled brat. He behaved as if Action SA owes him something.
Yeah.
Where else you are an independent political party. We have our own structures to engage to, and we'll answer to our structures, not Silas Brink or the DA.
Yeah.
We definitely don't owe them anything. So we're expecting him to throw tantrums. You know, my brother, if as a person you are feeling entitled to everything, this is how you will behave when they take something. It's like let me just say a child. It's like taking a sweet from a child, because that child feels like, or that sweet belongs to him or her. So that's what we expected from Brink. We did not feel any pain or somehow. Even on the Tshwane Caucus WhatsApp group, we woke up one day, they removed us.
We saw the screenshots.
So they removed us, but then we never felt any pain.
Jakey.
Former MMC of Finance, she removed us, and then immediately we were informed that that's that WhatsApp group, the name has changed to Official Opposition, because Angere, we do have our intel from the DA, whether they like it or not. But then our friends there in the DA, they will always inform us. So it was changed to Official Opposition, and it was before the motion served. Then we figured it out. Or these ones, they've already considered, they've accepted defeat, because what they tried, they tried to oust us, like even the last minute, like they've been trying to engage the ANC, or no, you can't do this to us. But then fortunately the ANC, they were very resolute. They were very resolute. And then unfortunately the deal of the ANC and DA did not work. So that's why we figured it out that they have already considered, they have accepted defeat, and then so was shy.
It couldn't have worked. I mean, I remember speaking to George Majila just after Jiki called them that, remember when Brink changed those tender conditions, and George called Jiki to understand what is happening, and Jiki started saying the thugs are calling her and stuff. So I mean, the characterization of the ANC and EFF in the city were of drunkards and people who must not run this city. So you could understand when you now need those people to govern, after having called them bad names, it wasn't going to be easy. But talking about that, these tenders, so the DA has always said they are clean government people, they are blah, 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 blah. And they've been here since 2016, after Sputla. So it's 8 years. Do you know anything about, because I want to come and talk about the deals, the billions. Do you know anything about is it MoU that was signed with AfriForum for safety or for what was happening there?
No, that MoU, like, even myself as a councillor,
You don't know.
I know the MoU, but
Yes.
then I don't know what does it entail, or
Yeah, man,
how's AfriForum going to benefit, like, because the reality of the matter is that you cannot just say, as an organization like AfriForum, you decide and say you will assist the city without you getting anything.
Yeah, even now I don't understand.
Because the former MMC of community safety, Mr. Grandi Thyssen, like, it shows like he really does have a close relationship with the AfriForum, because in terms of insourcing, he has been the man trying to push for private security company to protect the city and so on. So my suspicion is that that MoU might have a similar like element for AfriForum to benefit in terms of security in the city, because they've been proposing drones, all these funny private security things.
Yeah.
So my suspicion is that that MoU, the AfriForum, is definitely going to benefit. It was going to benefit because now we are going to usher a new government, and then want to assure residents of Tshwane that it will never happen, not under our watch, even if it means we must rescind that MoU. We are definitely going to do that. We are not going to allow people to benefit in our city while us are watching. If there's any corruption or any dealing linking the MMC, the former MMC, and AfriForum, we are going to harshly deal with it.
So, as a former partner of these people, the DA people, you do not know what the relationship was there between the city and AfriForum, if they were paid, what actual services were they rendering, what did they actually do? Because even now, I mean, it's very difficult to understand what was AfriForum doing with the city. So you don't know.
No,
yes. What did they do?
As Action SA Caucus, we always like opposing the city having a relationship with AfriForum. We're always opposing it from the coalition arrangements. We have been very adamant and clear that we don't want these people. Obviously, in a coalition arrangement, it's not about us as a political party. Obviously, if majority of parties they are agreeing, will reach out.
Yeah.
So, but then as a Action SA Caucus in Tshwane, we are very against the relationship between the city and AfriForum. So I'm not sure about the details of the deal, but then we're opposing that arrangement between the city and AfriForum.
Okay, as we continue with Shodi, I don't want to say, but look, Shodi relationships between this city that ignites with excellence. There was a time Sputla wanted to do smart metering, how it was going to improve the city collection methods. They were good on Chaba Bridge and stuff. And he was opposed. I mean, he found opposition. And he told them this is a good thing. And they didn't want it because we heard they did not trust him. And then now, as we speak, the DA is rolling out meters now. And the company that is there is called CG Cell. And they say this CG cell by a gentleman called Mehmet. This CG cell, they say it's owned by Brink's uncle. And there's another lady there, Lena, who's chowing. They're talking about billions. They're talking about 6 billion.
8 billion.
8 billion. The whole entire thing. Do you know anything about this, and how was the rollout discussed? The monies, who's eating here?
No, in terms of that CG cell, we were informed, but then I might say that for now, because I don't have full concrete evidence, I might say it's allegations. But we were informed that uncle of Brink is the owner of that company that is benefiting 8 billion from the city of Tshwane. Obviously, now we are trying to establish facts before we can come to conclusion. But we were informed last week during council. But then, if there's any truth in that, we are going to definitely deal with that. We cannot afford to have people who are benefiting in our city through corruption and maladministration. If indeed the owner of that company is uncle of Brink, like that's a conflict of interest to start with. It's a conflict of interest. So we're trying to establish facts, and if there's any corruption or maladministration or any sort of conflict interest, we are definitely going to deal with that CG cell.
Okay, so I don't know how council works. You see, in the National Assembly, people can submit their written questions and or maybe the verbal ones. So is it possible in the next sitting to advance these questions further on a formal basis, or the next sitting it's a special extraordinary sitting because you need to come up with something and then other businesses of the day are not going to be entertained? What is the issue here?
No, the next sitting within 14 days, maybe it might be next week. The next sitting is an extraordinary sitting where we have to elect the new mayor. Then the mayor appoints a executive executive. So in terms of us sending a question, obviously Brink is no longer the mayor, so it's not compared by council to.
Yes. Yes, agree. You send it. Is he no longer the councillor?
No, but we are not sure that is coming back.
But he won't go to Cape Town. But he's not going to go to Parliament and leave these power stations and the electricity meter.
He loves power. That why he's not going to be an ordinary councillor.
Yes.
Brink, he's too proud of himself. He's too proud.
So what about Butemba Fosi and the others, Vujeki? They're going to be ordinary councillors?
No, they're out now. They're out and they're definitely not coming back.
They won't be ordinary councillors?
No, obviously those who are not benefiting. Pela Brink is a spoiled brat. His family is funding DA. So you think someone like Brink, who feels proud about himself and then being a spoiled brat, will become an ordinary councillor?
Yeah.
Never.
So he's going to be a backbencher in Parliament. What is he going to do?
No, obviously, since his family is funding the DA, they'll make a plan for him
somewhere
in the GNU or somewhere.
Yeah.
So they'll make a plan for him. He's not going to stay in Tshwane.
Yeah. So what happens to Bukwena Muloto and who other comrades who Ufente Madivatela and who Jeki AC and what's going to happen to them?
No, those ones very like unfortunately, like some of them, they are my friends, but then they don't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah.
The DA is their employer.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, it's tough. Wow.
Yeah.
So they're just singing for supper.
Yeah.
All of them, all those blacks leaders of the
Yes.
DA in that council, they're just singing for supper. But then reality of the matter is that they're not even feeling the DA as their party. If they had any other choice, they would have long left the DA. So they'll just become backbenchers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But then Gwenamolot, there's always been a backbencher.
Yeah.
Otherwise, so they never took him serious. They never took him serious.
Oh, I'm fit to Rabia.
No, but that's true. That's true. The man joined council during that time of 2016. Not even to show the DA is very racist, my brother.
Yeah. So all these people have been promoted in front of him.
Exactly.
Jackie just came
Yeah,
malobanyana.
Jackie just came and then they never took him serious. To show the DA is very racist, ne? Before this marriage of us and them ended, there were 2 vacant positions of Section 79 chairpersons. You know, my brother, they never even considered even a black young fellow.
Yeah.
They put whites there.
Ish.
They put whites as their candidates. All these blacks who are defending, they're defending nonsense. Even this one of Makaling. He's just always defending. But reality of the matter is that they are not taken serious in their own political party. And then they're just singing for supper, protect him, but they are not considered for any impactful position or okay, this one at least this.
So Mahaleng has been working with DA for a long time. So Mahaleng came Kwena or Kwena came first?
No, Makaleng came first. They never gave him anything. Kwena came. They never gave him anything. They're just defenders. They're just defenders. Their job is to defend. But then they are not taken serious in their own political party. Maybe they are doing it for salaries or what, we don't know. But
So here's the thing. When you're talking about that, so Suruti did not get an MMC position there by an MEC position there by Panyaza. And there was no big storm in the province. Mara, in the city, there's a huge storm because you want to remove Brink. Why is this? People are asking, what is this?
No, Angry Brink, it's his boy. It's his boy. They even bought Temba Fosi. They're reporting to Sol. Temba Fosi is Sol's friend before he became even a council.
Yeah.
So maybe they are protecting their interest and so on. But then for him not to, because I'm not sure about facts, but we're informed that Bopanyaza, they offered him.
Sol.
No, yeah, they offered him some, I think maybe 2 or MEC.
Yes.
But then
He asked Cape Town if I could eat or not.
the man is a clown. You know, my brother.
I'm so Lamara.
No, the man is a clown. In politics, reality in politics, any position is good, my brother. Any position is good. So he wanted his own things. He's a clown. He's a clown.
Yeah.
He could have, if it was up to me, he could have just taken those 2 or 3 MEC
And work.
then work the ground. People, they want to see you busy.
Yes.
They want to see you busy. Work for the people. Doesn't matter which position or what. In politics, there's no such, especially if you're a leader.
Yeah.
You don't need a certain position for you to to lead or influence the masses. So the man is a clown. He's a clown.
All right. Now, Dr. Moya is the mayor as we speak. She's acting. And have you done and finished your consultation with the EFF and to have an indication of if this is good? In fact, I've got a poll. Let me see where the poll says now. I've made a poll. Let me show you the poll. The poll says over king. Let me show you. Let me see if the poll. Yes. Yes, you see, here's the poll. It has 1,000 votes. It has 1,000 votes, and Overking is leading that poll with 47. So, Dr. Moya, Dr. Maipa Abamutu is at 12, and Dr. Moya 20. And people who want Brink to return, you see, they're sitting at 22%. So I just want to check, man. Have you fully consulted your I don't want to call them opposition partners because things have changed. Have you fully consulted?
Our new friends.
Yeah, with your new friends. How are things sitting now?
No, those discussions they are still ongoing.
Yeah,
they are still ongoing because I believe both the leadership of organizations, more especially us as Action SA and the ANC, they've started to engage on Friday. Remember, the motion passed on Thursday. So those discussions, they are still ongoing. Currently, we are not sure who's going to be the mayor.
Would you be happy with Dr. Moya?
Obviously, as Action SA, we have our own preference and narrative that we want to pursue. So obviously, as Action SA will definitely be happy to have Dr. Moya to ascend that top position. However, it will be informed by all political parties involved, trying to find each other and so on. But then we'll definitely be happy.
Should you not ascend? No, should you not win the mayoral chains and someone takes it, whether it's ANC because they're more likely to get those mayoral chains, if they get it, I know we are just speculating. Would you be happy with Dr. Moya remaining in that position? According to you, would she feel undermined and leave? And if she leaves, do you want someone to go in from HNSA to go and occupy that office? Because it's quite strategic position. You are closer to the fire and you are closer to seeing things the way they roll. Liskangala. That's all I'm saying is because I think it might be even be difficult because you know there are people who do not want that position. I mean, the ANC and the EFF did not want a deputy mayor. So should she and then what? I just want, let's talk about that thing. Let's talk about that deputy mayoral position.
No, there's no way Rakangala, Dr. Moya, because she's a principal leader, guided by the principle and values of Action SA.
Yes.
So as a person, she knows that she was deployed by Action SA in that council. She's a member of Action SA before she's a deputy mayor currently. Okay. So there's no way you're a gangala. So she will be guided by the decision of the upper structure of Action SA. Okay. But then at the moment, she's currently pushing. Even if today, she's been pushing service delivery in the area of Bronkhorstspruit, Cullinan, and so on. So she's a disciplined member of the organization. So she understands that it's not about her, but the people and the party.
Let's talk bread butter issues. How many how many MMC positions are there?
There are 10.
10. So equitable share would mean the biggest will take more. What are you happy with as the leader in Caucus? How many positions in the 10 are you happy with? You say this was a good change.
No, obviously, it's not about. Remember, we're ushering a new government.
Of course.
So, including legislature is involved in that matter. So, it will be determined by all political parties involved that, okay, as ANC, we want this, how many positions?
Happiness sits with you. That's why I'm asking you, where now? Where now? So you're looking at 10 positions. If you grad 2, upopile, or if you grad 3, because you are man of the match and you do understand that you're not the only one who contributed there. I mean, the ANC, EFF, and yourselves, and which other parties worked with you. You can't be happy with 7. You'll be excited if you get 7.
Yeah, it's
2
a lot.
maybe, yeah. Oh, that's why I'm asking. I just want, it's a feel. Yeah, you're not saying this is what you want, but you'll be happy with 3. How's 3?
No, obviously, from our previous marriage, initially we had 3.
Yes.
Initially we had 3, and then we had to give up 1 and then remain with 2. So as a party, obviously, for us to negotiate a better deal, obviously.
You can't get salary increment.
No, obviously, we'll be more than happy to have more than what we had in the previous.
So 3 is good.
Because it will show that at least there's progress and whatever.
All right, it's fine. So, in short, because our viewers, you know them, insourcing. How far is insourcing? Is it possible? You know you're not committing, but in realistic terms, the hurdles are now gone. The running track are not the hurdles. Plus minus, how long will it take if other parties play ball?
No, if you can remember in our previous discussion, we had what we submitted to council, the feasibility study. I remember we've been preaching about the feasibility study. So our suspicion is that the DA, they've been stalling that feasibility study because it was conducted by University of Pretoria. They've been stalling, telling us, no, it's coming. But then from last week, we informed that that feasibility study will serve in mayoral committee by October. So we'll be informed by that feasibility study. However, as a political party, our stance is that no security company contract should be renewed, more especially because the contracts that are expiring next year, February. So our stance is that no contract should be renewed next year.
Short answer? Short answer is plus minus.
No, short answer is that you are waiting for that study to serve in Mexico, and then we'll be informed by that. But then a short answer is that no contract should be renewed, and then if that study is positive, obviously we are going to start with the process of insourcing. But then in terms of the cleaners is confirmed that next year there will be cleaners who are insourced. So
next year, calendar year or next financial year?
No, next year in 2025.
By end of 2025, the cleaners would be absorbed?
Yeah, before even June.
Okay.
Before even June.
Okay,
because,
nice. Thanks for the deadline. Security guards, how likely?
Security guards, obviously, we are waiting for the contracts to elapse, and then we'll be able to give a deadline that on this day or on this month, security guards will be insourced.
When is it lapsing?
It's elapsing at February 2025, end of February.
All right.
So from February moving forward, we'll be starting with that process.
All right. Shouldn't you be starting before that time comes, but don't answer because you do not want to answer? Hard luck, you guys, I'm passing. So the next one is, there are people who are expecting you as the new government to take them back because they fought with the previous government. I don't know how you're going to bring them back. Are they going to, because I think even appeals have not worked, whether it's at CCMA, whether it's at Labour Court, I don't know how, or you are just going to re-advertise the position, then they absorb. Is it realistic? Will people get their jobs back?
No, obviously, it's a matter between employer and employee.
Okay.
And then in this case, the city manager, which is the accounting office, is the employer. So obviously, we are not sure about the facts why those employees were dismissed. Maybe they were found not aligning with the city policies or what. But then if a matter is at CCMA, I think CCMA will be able to facilitate that and then ensure there's fairness in this process. But then as a party, I don't want to assume that, okay, we'll bring them back without establishing the facts, because I'm not sure about the facts, why they were dismissed and so on.
The last one, since I've been doing township work, the comparison has always been, Spookla's time there were POPs. That's the indigent program. So this poorest of the poor were done understanding that the poor are in need of certain subsidies. Now, I spoke to Jackie Ace in her office. She says it was well and good that they were doing it. Unfortunately, they were not monitoring. So a machine who is a nurse or a cop who's above the threshold would also apply and get it. And they were giving the POPs on an individual basis, but the POP, the rationale was the home, the biggest breadwinner in the home must be this and that. But it was abused. When they came, I even asked Solim Simanga the same thing. He accuses them of abusing it because they were thieves. They keep stealing. What is your stance on these POPs? Because they are very key in the township, and it's one of the things that damaged the reputation of DA, because our people, whether correctly or not, they were used to POPs. And when you take it away, whether it was a drug that they were eating, now it's in their blood. Now they want it. So how are you going to do it, and how are you going to communicate it?
No, as an organization, I must say that in terms of information sharing, the city has been failing, more especially when in terms of the indigent programs. They've been failing to inform the residents that if you are struggling, this is the route that you can take. So our stance is that we want to ensure that residents are being briefly enough about certain information, and then if they need assistance from the city, these are the channels that they must take.
Short question, are you going to do it the DA way or the ANC way?
No, we'll definitely do it the Action SA way.
How? How?
No, as I've already alluded that
You're going to communicate it?
Obviously,
They already know.
No, some of the residents, they don't know. about it.
Okay.
Unless if you inform them, but they don't know, or there's this program in the city of Tshwane.
That is fine. Mpho Mahlangu, last Tshwane Parliament, says there are over 500 people who are sitting with POPs that they do not qualify for. He says there's a report of debt cancellation. He speaks about a lot of things. I spoke to him many times. He has not shown me the evidence. If he shows you the evidence of what is happening, because sometimes he speaks about Michael is blocking these things. If he gives you the evidence, will you run with it?
No, in fact, that's true. The report was supposed to serve last week. Unfortunately, the council had to be adjourned after the motion has passed. But there's a report about amnesty in terms of those who can't afford, and then their debts that they will be written off. So that report is definitely going to serve. It's in the council agenda, and then it's what we are working on as the city. As well as you can remember that the issue of Hammanskraal residents, we are also trying to push that once the residents of Hammanskraal, they have clean drinkable water, their water debts should be written off, because they have not utilized that water in the past. So that's what we are trying to push. But then that report is definitely on the council agenda.
So the debt of water consumption for people in Hammanskraal is not yet sitting ready for parliament, but there's another one that is, or
No.
this one that is that was supposed to sit last week. Is it? Does it also include the Hammanskraal residents?
No, it does not include it, because
Is the intention to do it?
But then there's appetite. There's appetite from the city, because there's this committee. I'm not sure it's called debt something.
Okay.
Debt something. But then that committee deals with the writing of debts of residents, those who can afford and so on. So it was for the first time, especially from our side, like hearing, okay, this is the what the city they are trying to establish. So from that report, we are also trying to through our research unit as a political party, we are trying to establish facts that what is the criteria being used to write off debts. And then once we have established that, we'll definitely take it across all townships or suburbs.
Okay, that is Modiba. You did not give us the MMCs, you did not give us a lot of things, but we understand because Akras party so let's agree to wrap it. Is there anything that you wanted to share with the audience that you think we have not asked you, but you want to share it with?
No, we want to assure the residents of Tshwane that the mandate that they have given us in 2021, we are definitely going to fulfill it. Yes, we have made error mistakes in the past, but then we are definitely going to try and redeem ourselves to ensure that we gain trust of the residents of Tshwane moving forward.
Thank you very much.
No, thanks for having us.
Mashane Political Incorrect, that's it, coming from Tshwane in the city of Pretoria. Itada, tell us what you think about this.